Good morning, good afternoon and good evening. Welcome to Smashing English. Before we start this video, be sure to subscribe because I make new videos all the time and I don't want you to miss any. So with that said, let's get on with the video. Today we are going to be looking at... You okay?
How am I meant to achieve my goal of learning 30 languages by 2022 if I can only access content available in the UK? It's impossible!
You're trying to learn 30 new languages by 2022.
I want to access French Netflix, Spanish TV, and I want a Brazilian wax! I want it all, baby!
Okay. You do realise there's a super easy way to watch limited content from anywhere in the world from your device, right?
Why didn't you tell me this before?
Sit down, listen. Today's video is sponsored by Surfshark. Yes, Surfshark is a VPN, which means Virtual Private Network. Now, more than ever, we rely on the internet for everything. Streaming shows, keeping in touch with loved ones, even banking. So as our online footprint increases, we need our security to do the same. Surfshark's VPN service protects your information online by encrypting all the data that you send through the internet. This means that no nasty people will see it. Thanks, Surfshark. And for you English learners, with Surfshark, you can watch English shows that would normally be blocked in your country due to geo-blocking and other restrictions. Surfshark changes your location, so there's no limit to the shows you can watch and no limit to the learning. So not only is this a good tool for people who want to keep up with their favourite shows, it can also be a critical tool for people who live in countries that heavily monitor and censor its citizens. And right now is the best time to get Surfshark because they have a really good deal on. If you use my link in the description and use the promo code SMASH, you'll get 83% off! 83%! Plus, you'll get 3 months for free. Surfshark offers a 30-day money-back guarantee, so if you try it and you don't like it, you can cancel your subscription, get your money back, and buy a cheap cup of coffee instead. Nice! Okay, let's get started with today's video. Today we are back and talking about accents. In particular, accents of the United Kingdom. You guys seem fascinated with all the different accents we have in the UK, and my other videos about these accents have done very well, so here I am giving you more. Today we are going to do a little quiz. I am going to play you some clips of celebrities from the United Kingdom and you need to tell me, where are they from? Obviously, I don't expect you to get the exact town that they are from, but a general area. Tell me what accent they have. The more familiar you can get with a variety of different accents will really help you with your listening comprehension. So, let's start with an easy one. Olivia Colman.
Hello there. Thank you for having me back. It's such a pleasure to be here. Last year was the best night of my husband's life.
What accent do you think she has? 3, 2, 1. RP, received pronunciation. This is the accent that a lot of people mean when they say a British accent. This is the clean Queen's English that you will hear a lot of people using in British media. Okay, next celebrity. This is Frank Skinner.
So anyway, this was the pitch. This was the story. My favourite ever local paper story. It was a front page news in the Smethwick Telephone. But it went on, and it was all quotes. You know, it's stuff she'd said to the reporter. She said that she took him in the house and gave them all mince pies. Right?
Okay, so what accent do you think he has? I will accept 2 answers. If you said Birmingham, I will accept it. If you said Black Country, I will accept it. Whoop, whoop. Frank Skinner is from West Bromwich, which is an area in the Black Country. So his accent has a lot of features of Black Country, but also a lot of features of the Birmingham accent. Because as we know, the Black Country accent and the Birmingham accent share a lot of features. So I will accept either of those answers. I mean, if you look at the way he says reporter, paper, you know, that's that classic Black Country Birmingham at the end. Paper, local paper, reporter. And how he says mince pies. Mince pies, aye. It's that Birmingham aye rather than mince pies, which is how Olivia Colman would say. He says mince pies. I have made a video about all the features of the Birmingham accent. I'll link it down below. Okay, moving on. The next celebrity is Gemma Atkinson.
Hi guys, I'm Gemma Atkinson and I'm here to take part in Women's Health's Body Talk. Me and Aliash, when we were dancing together, ate whatever we wanted. Pizza, Toblerone. I kind of let my diet slip a lot during Strictly.
Okay, so where do you think she's from? What accent does she have? I'll give you 5 seconds. She's from Manchester. Hi guys. Wide. Hi guys. Manchester has quite a nasal quality to it. It's not hi guys down in the throat. It's hi guys. It's up here. Hi guys. Pizza. Toblerone. Toblerone. The way people from Manchester say O's are wonderful. It's so forward. It's so meaty. Toblerone. Pizza, Toblerone. Okay, moving on to our next celebrity, Ant McPartlin. Ant McPartlin is part of a double act called Ant and Dec. They both have the same accent, but in this clip we are listening to Ant. And in this clip, he is talking about slang that is from the area where he is from.
Everybody else in the country might know this as being nosy. If you're looking into other people's business, we would say, you're being nebby. Taken without owner's consent. It's either a car or taking a piece of jewellery or something. It's illegal activity.
What do you think? What do you think? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Geordie! Yes, Geordie is how we refer to people and the accent from Newcastle. Classic way to spot this, when you have a word like country, rather than going country, what happens is they do a little stop in the middle of the word. So rather than country, it becomes country. Country. It's like water, butter, better. It's that little glottal stop with the T's. And how he says nosy. Nosy. Oh, it's a really forward nosy. You better not be nosy. I can't do Geordie. Geordie, I can't do it. I'm really sorry. Any Geordies watching, I can't do it. Okay, moving on to Nadine Coyle. See if you can tell what accent she has.
Definitely. Because we had worked so much for so many years, me and the girls. It was, you know, years of just non-stop doing stuff. So then when we had our time, we were like, oh, let's take a break. I was like, I'm taking an actual break.
Yeah.
You know, I need to just sit back, put my feet up, think about different stuff.
I love her voice so much. She's got such a cool accent. Okay, where do you think she is from? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Derry, Northern Ireland. And Derry has a very specific kind of sound to it. If you've seen the show Derry Girls, you might have been able to recognize the accent there. Girls is such a great way of saying girls. Girls, it's got so much more melody to it. Girls, it does a whole journey. It's brilliant. It's almost American sounding. Obviously, historically, a lot of Irish people went to America, so there's a lot of links with Northern Irish accents, and a lot of American accents. Okay, moving on to Joanna Page. See if you can tell me where she's from.
Oh, I always hoped for it, but I didn't think it was ever going to come. I mean, after the 3rd series, we thought, yes, that definitely is it. It's not happening again. And then over the years, I thought, oh, you know, maybe they will do something, but then so much time went by. I mean, it's been 9, 10 years.
What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Joanna Page is from South Wales. South Wales, specifically Swansea. The way she says ever going to come, rather than come. The South Walians, as they are called, people from South Wales, love to change those vowels. It's beautiful. Ever going to come. It's very smiley as an accent. You know what? I can almost imagine people from South Wales are just smiling all the time. You know, it's like, oh, I always hoped for it, but I never thought it was going to come. You know, that like, always up here. And then over the years, that's a very classic thing of South Wales, how they turn the into over the years, I thought, over the years, rather than years. South Welsh has a lovely bounce to it. It's got a lovely rhythm. So if you ever hear someone talking with quite a lot of melody, like they're singing a song, or maybe they're going up and down quite a bit, they're probably from South Wales, to be honest. Okay, moving on to our next celebrity, AJ Odudu. See if you can tell me where she's from.
Who was your childhood hero when you were growing up?
My 4 big brothers. They're so fast and strong, and I just wanted to be them. They had loads of trophies.
What's your biggest fear, phobia?
I'm scared of heights, and I'm really scared of snakes. And I don't know why I'm scared of snakes, because I've never met one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I will accept a few different answers here. If you said northern, I will accept. It's quite vague, but I will accept it. If you said Yorkshire,
I will also accept it, but technically she is from Blackburn in Lancashire. Now, the reason why I will accept Yorkshire as an accent, even though the answer is Lancashire, is because the accents do share a lot of similarities. A lot of northern accents, so we've got Lancashire, Manchester, Yorkshire, they share this lovely thing with their vowels. So the way she says loads of trophies, loads of trophies, it's not loads of trophies, like loads of trophies. My brothers, they were so fast and strong, they had loads of trophies. Stretch those vowels. In Lancashire, they stretch them. In Yorkshire, they stretch them. There are obviously differences between the Yorkshire accent, Lancashire accent, but technically those stretchy vowels are a huge feature. So if you hear loads or no or sir or hello, it's probably going to be somewhere up in the north, somewhere like Lancashire, Blackburn, Preston, Bolton, Yorkshire, Leeds, Sheffield, somewhere like that. Okay, the next person technically is a character and not a celebrity, but I thought it was a really good example of this accent. So see if you can tell me what accent this character has.
One match. That's only because no one around here is on Tinder, so, you know, I had to keep setting my radius further and further and further. Then the radius got to France, and he just got silly by the end. Right, if I turn my phone off, right, Soph, that means I don't want to talk to anyone, not just you.
Okay, what do you think? I will accept Gloucestershire, Cirencester, or the West Country. So let's call it the West Country accent. That is the most general term we use to refer to accents from places like Cornwall, Devon, Somerset, Gloucestershire. A lot of those places share very similar features in their accent, so we tend to call it a West Country accent. And we can categorise this accent by the hard R. That's a very unique trait in the UK. We don't tend to pronounce our R's very much. When he says Tinder rather than Tinder, like I would say Tinder, but he says Tinder with an like an American R. Like how he says further and further and further rather than further and further and further. And a bit like Lancashire, the West Country accent stretches the vowels as well, but in a slightly different way. France. So instead of saying France, they would say the radius got further and further and further until it got France. France. It's like, wide open mouth. France, till it got to France. The West Country accent is a hugely underrepresented accent in UK media, a bit like Birmingham. Before Peaky Blinders, there were no Birmingham accents on the TV. So you might not have heard this one very often, but a load of people speak with this accent, so it's a really good one to get familiar with. If you watch something like This Country, that's the programme that the clip was from, they use a West Country Gloucestershire accent in that. Okay, moving on to Trent Alexander-Arnold. See if you can tell me where he's from.
In our house, it was always education before football, no matter what. So there was times when I'd have to miss training because I was misbehaving in school. So that was always drummed into me from my parents that not everyone's able to do, and you do need plan B in case anything does happen or if I didn't make it as a footballer.
What do you think? What do you think? Trent Alexander-Arnold is from Liverpool. He is a footballer from Liverpool FC. He is Scouse. Obviously a lot of features of the Scouse accent that he has. Pay attention to the slightly rolled R, drummed into me from my parents. That's a lovely feature of the Scouse accent. It's also very wide and very high up. So education before football, no matter what. Okay, moving on to Anita Manning. Where's she from?
I always think that silver and crystal is a lovely combination. And this is a little dish that would possibly belong to a lady. This possibly, it could have been an ashtray.
Where do you think? The answer is Glasgow, Scotland. Silver and crystal. Obviously in Glasgow and in a lot of parts of Scotland, they will roll that R. Like my grandmother, she is Scottish and she rolls her R's. It's beautiful. So how she says, silver and crystal, lovely. Crystal. I personally think Scottish is very easy to distinguish from other UK accents. There's a load of things that are different in there. Beautiful vowels, beautiful consonants, and tons of Scottish celebrities you can listen to if you want to practice listening to this accent. And finally, we have Scott Parker. See if you can tell me where he's from.
Yeah, look, I'm bitterly disappointed. I'm hurt. I'm gutted, and while there's been that looming over us for some time now, we've been in and around and flirted with this for a long time. There's no words at this present moment in time that can really I can put together to other than, you know, I'm gutted that we've not managed to be successful this year.
Where do you think he's from? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He's from South London, so like a Cockney South London accent. Listen to how he says around and flirted, you know, drop that T, flirted. And listen to how he changes the TH to a V. That's a classic feature of a lot of London accents. Other than I'm gutted, rather than other than I'm gutted. And there you go, that is your quiz finished. If you have any questions, let me know. Please leave a comment down below with your score. How many did you get right? And which one did you find the hardest? Tell me which one you thought was the most difficult to understand. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to check out Surfshark down in the link down below. All the information you will need is down there. Also in the description down below is information on how you can book a one-to-one online English lesson with me or my partner. There's also my Instagram is there. And also in the description, you can find a way to support this channel if you want to. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Ta-ta!